Here's my prediction. For the next 2.5 months, you are going to get very limited substance in this campaign. The Democrats and the press together, working hand in glove, are trying to make this a vibe election. What a stupid term to use, but nonetheless, the kids these days say it's all about the vibes. You know, everybody worries about the boomers who are a problem. These little kids in the media who think they're so clever, they're the problem. But they want to run an emotional campaign based on emotional appeal devoid of substance. And the reason for this, and by the way, they can probably be successful at it too, because people are stupid. The reason they're doing it is because all of the substance works against Kamala Harris. Voters, even in Wisconsin and Michigan, key swing states, and Pennsylvania, favor Trump on immigration, favor Trump on crime, favor Trump on the economy, favor Trump on foreign affairs. They favor Trump on all the issues. So you got to make it an emotional appeal. And you can hear them beginning. Here's Joe Scarborough setting this up on Morning Joe this morning.
Conservatives even have been talking about last night how well those two did, just as far as the vibrancy of it all. Yeah. I quoted David Rhodey earlier, but others have been talking about it too. You have hope, optimism, and joy versus the promise of retribution, anger, bitterness, division.
So gone is threat to democracy, and instead it's anger, division, and bitterness. Trump is no longer a threat to democracy. He's just angry. That's it. The talking point has changed, and it's joy. Tim Walz referred to Kamala Harris, used the word joy 7 times. They never even mentioned Joe Biden on that stage last night. In fact, here's Tim Walz talking about it.
You know it. You feel it. These guys are creepy, and yes, just weird as hell. That's what you see.
That they're creepy. I told you. Now, Tim Walz is a man who put tampons in a boy's bathroom and actually gave listed pedophiles in Minnesota as having rights. That's creepy and weird. But they're using the creepy, weird talking point. That's one of the reasons he was picked is the weird talking point that he picked up on. It went viral. We got a lot to talk about Tim Walz. It turns out he's a stolen valor person, claiming rank in the military he didn't earn, and he fled the battlefield to get into politics, sending someone else in his place to fight in Iraq. But you get the talking point, and here's David Plouffe. David Plouffe was the advisor to Barack Obama's campaign. He's now been brought back by Kamala Harris.
I mean, the Trump-Vance ticket is just incredibly dark, negative about the country, kind of captured in the Fox bubble where you blame everybody for everything. And I think that's a distinction. In my career in politics, which is longer than I'd like, joy alone won't win you, but it's a great combination with the right ideas and the right message. When you're out there, you like being with people. You believe in this country. You know that we've got challenges, but you know we also have opportunities. And to be upbeat about that and to believe in this country, I think is really, really important. So I think that's going to be an important part. I mean, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz know how to engage with people, to laugh with them, to smile with them. And, you know, the Trump-Vance is kind of a sinister, dark visual presentation.
A sinister, dark visual presentation. This from a man who's current leader of the party stood in Philadelphia with red lights and Marines behind him as he gave his angry speech about democracy in 2022. But that's what they're going to do. You notice Barack Obama was hope and change, and Kamala Harris is joy. Joy. That's what it's going to be. Joy cometh in the morning. I bet that's going to become the motto. Joy cometh in the morning. They won't realize it's a quote from Scripture, by the way. But that's what they'll go with. I guarantee you that's going to become their theme. You'll start hearing the Democrats talk about joy cometh in the morning. Maybe, just maybe they'll read the Bible, but I doubt it. Here's the problem with them, though. This is a black lady in Philadelphia talking about the issues on Fox News.
I personally feel like the economy is sucking right now. Less pay, more expenses, bills going up, rents going up, so it's pretty bad.
I worked 3 jobs just to break even every month, and I have a master's degree from Columbia. The economy is pretty rough.
Everybody is concerned about the economic situation. I certainly am. I think the economy, in large part has done well.
Our current government has absolutely ruined everything. Can't afford life. I make 6 figures a year, live in the city, still can't afford life. Can't even afford to go out like we used to.
That's in Philadelphia. Now, the odds are Harris-Walz, they will win the Philadelphia area. Big Democratic territory. But I got to say, this is going to become the pattern. We're not going to get any sort of substance from the press in the next 2.5 months. I mean, Kamala Harris has now been the nominee for several weeks, 3 weeks now. They won't ask her a single tough question. They've gone back into protection mode. Same thing they did with Joe Biden. So the Trump team has to respond to this. The media is not going to play to Donald Trump. In fact, they're going to work against Donald Trump, just as they protected Joe Biden until they could not. The media is going to protect Kamala Harris. And I got to tell you that every time Harrison and Walz say something, the Trump campaign needs to say, remember, this is the same press that lied to you about Joe Biden until they couldn't. Every time the media claims something about Trump and Vance, this is the same media that lied about Joe Biden. You've got to make the media part of it. You've got to weaponize the media against themselves. You've got to attack the media. Yeah, listen, there's the old saying, never go to war with a journalist who buys ink by the barrel or whatever. They've already gone to war with you. So you got to fight back. And the way you fight back is you cast doubts on their fairness and objectivity to undermine everything they report about you. And you do that by pointing back to their protection of Joe Biden. The second thing you've got to do if you're the Trump campaign is you got to go on air quick. Now, for all of you who are supporting Donald Trump, if you haven't given him even $1, you probably need to. They got to get on ads quick. They're being outspit in swing states. Now, here's the thing. Listen to me. This is very important because it happens every time I bring this up. Someone somewhere is going to email me and say, well, I saw a Donald Trump ad. They are spending money. I don't give a crap that you saw an ad from Donald Trump. You may have seen an ad from Donald Trump, but people are seeing 5 Harris ads for every one Donald Trump ad. Just because you're not doesn't mean it's not so. I've got the data, not your anecdote. And the data is the Harris campaign is outspending the Trump campaign right now in Arizona, Nevada, Georgia, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan on ads. And if you live in Georgia and you're watching particularly like you have YouTube TV instead of your local cable channel, good Lord, the Harris campaigns are everywhere. And it's not, by the way, from the Harris campaign, it's from super PACs, which does raise the question of what are the Republican super PACs doing? Because I don't see the ads. We're going to get the ads and we're getting some ads. And the Trump campaign, and this is the thing you gotta pay attention to. Like yesterday, I played you a couple of the ads the Trump campaign has put out. Putting them on social media is not running advertisements. You do understand that, right? Putting them on social media doesn't actually mean they're being put on TV and radio. You can put out an ad on Twitter. You can load it on YouTube. But if it's not actually making it to TV airtime and radio airtime, it's not actually being run. It's making you think something's happening that's not. The Harris team, they're actually on TV. And the Harris ads are all very positive, upbeat ads right now about Kamala Harris. They're rapidly trying to define Kamala Harris. Trump, meanwhile, did some streaming interview with some Aiden somebody on Twitch. The problem with that is that we don't know the demographics of the people who are watching that stream, but the odds are they're either not going to vote or they've already made up their mind. Now, before you boomers get mad at me, and it's always the boomers, oh, but the young people don't vote. MTV's been trying to rock the vote for like 40 years, and they can never get young people to go vote because young people get drunk on Monday night and they forget the election's on Tuesday. Young people do not win elections. People, stop trying. If Republicans are that desperate for young voters to vote, the Republicans are screwed because the Democrats are usually the ones that, oh, we need the young to show up. The young are going to carry us to finish the line, and then they get wiped out because the young don't go vote. Barack Obama in 2008, hope and change. The young people would drive him to the election. It turned out it was old people who got tired of John McCain yelling at him who gave Barack Obama the election. It's never young people. And if you believe young people are going to win the election for your candidate, you are what we call stupid. Doesn't work. I don't know why you're streaming. Now, Trump is out there this week. He doesn't have a lot of events. J.D. Vance does. Trump is out raising money. He's doing fundraisers. He's going to Montana. He's doing something with Elon Musk. I hope it goes better and is a more stable stream than the Ron DeSantis one last year. I have no idea what is going on with the campaign targeting here, but Trump is his own advisor. So you got that. What I do know is that the media is going to do their best to not cover the substance. They're not going to cover the issues. What they're going to cover is the fact that Kamala Harris is this happy-go-lucky person, and everyone loves her, and she's so wonderful. Her campaign is fueled on unicorn farts and rainbows. What the Trump team has to do is focus on the issues, because the issues work to Trump. Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? People don't blame Trump for COVID. They blame COVID for COVID. They don't blame Trump. But you didn't have inflation when Donald Trump was president. You didn't have inflation, and you had a job, and you didn't have sleeper cells of terrorists coming into this country only for Kamala Harris to laugh and say that's not true. The issues work to Donald Trump, but it doesn't matter if the campaign doesn't remind people about the issues. It doesn't matter if the campaign's not out there barnstorming the country to tell people about it. It doesn't matter if the ad campaign is not up. And right now what you have are these happy-go-lucky, feely-good ads about Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, and you've got a media that loves them. Absolutely loves them. A media-gasm per day over Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. It's remarkable to watch the media spit on this stuff. I do have to say it's kind of funny, though, to people who woke up this morning and got the NPR newsletter. Here's the headline from the NPR newsletter. Who is Tim Walz? What to know about Kamala Harris's VP pick and a new Hamas leader. Well, it's pretty true. I mean, the Harris-Walz team, they are pretty much on the side of Hamas at this point. But I don't think they really thought out their whole headline there. It's just wild. Joy, though, I'm telling you, we're going to hear them start quoting the psalmist that joy cometh in the morning. It's only a matter of time. The media with the Democrats, isn't it remarkable how quickly the Democrats concede a talking point? But here's the thing. You got to remember this, because I'm starting to get this from MAGA types. Well, I don't know who they is, but they won't let Donald Trump get elected. They won't. Well, one, maybe you shouldn't have nominated him then. But two, Republicans have always had a hostile, unfair media, and they've still been able to win. So go win the race. Keep your head down and focus. Spend some money, run some ads, define Harris-Walz. You can win. The issues are on your side. Immigration, crime, the economy, world affairs, they're all on Donald Trump's side in the polling. They've just got to talk about those. The media can talk about joy all they want. You have no joy when you go to the grocery store and pay the bill, and that should be Donald Trump's talking point.